Good morning, dear children. This is Manik sir from KKSN in Amarkantak. Going to continue the remaining part of lifelines of national economy. So, dear children, let us move into understanding the pipeline services in India. The pipeline services in India, it is a new arrival transportations in India. At the initial times, we understand that there used to be transportations of water to cities and industries, but with the development of industries, we understand that the transportations of petroleum products, the natural gases, as well as the solids materials when we are converting into slurry, it is being transported through the pipeline services. So dear children, with the advancement of technology, here we understand that all these transportations are possible in the nations. In the past times, only the water was transported from cities to cities, from industries, but right now, with the development of technology, we see that we are able to send the petroleum products, the natural gas spills to refinery centers, as well as the solids materials. When we are converting it, we are able to send it as a form of slurry with the help of these pipeline services. So the most challenges which the pipeline services which are facing in India is at the spreading of these pipeline services at the initial period. Dear children, we need to understand that the spreading of this network is very costly, but when it is in running conditions, the cost is very minimal here. And one of the positive things about these pipeline services in India is we understand that the transshipment which never losses, and without having a delays, it reaches to the destination places. At presently in India, we are having three major important network of pipeline transportations, which is starting from Assam to Kanpur, then Salaya in Gujarat to Jalandhar in Punjab, and the third one is Hazira in Gujarat to Jagdishpur. So these are the three most important pipeline services where we are transporting the goods from one place to another place. Already I have explained you that with the advancement of technology, we are able to transport the crude oil, the petroleum products, the natural gases, the slurry, which are the solids materials which are converted into slurry. So all these materials are transported with the help of pipelines services. Already we understood that we are transporting the crude oil, the petroleum products, the slurry with the help of these pipeline services. So dear children, let us move with the understanding of waterways in India. India is a seafaring country where the seamen are sailing from one place to another place. They are spreading the Indian cultures, they are spreading the Indian cultures and commerce, and the waterways, it is the cheapest means of transportations in India, which is very suitable for carrying the goods from one place to another place with a very minimum cost, and it is very suitable for carrying the heavy goods and bulky goods. The waterways is a very environmental friendly mode of transportations which is very important in the nations. So dear children, here we understand that these waterways which is causing the import activities as well as the exporting activities. because only through the waterways we are able to send the goods from one place to another place. We are keeping the international relations here. So whatever the international relations we have with another nations, we are doing the exporting activities, at the same time the importing activities, and with these the foreign exchange which are coming to our nations here, we have more these global investments, we have the multinational companies, and the coming of multinational companies as well as the globalization process, the exporting activities as well as the importing activities which are developing the nations. And with these waterways we are transporting the goods right from one place to another place, and here the cost is very cheaper here. That is why it is known as the cheapest means of transportations. In India, dear children, here we understand that India is having the inland navigations waterways of 14,500 kilometers in length of this. Then out of these, only 3,700 kilometers are navigable here with these mechanized boats. So here we understand that the inland navigations in India, it is also causing the transportations of goods from one place to another place, and with that the economic developments which are happening in the nations. Right now we shall be continuing with the national waterways in India, the national waterways which are connecting the Ganga river between Allahabad and Haldia, which is having the distance of 1620 kilometers, and it is the national waterways number 1. And the second one is the Brahmaputra river, which is between Sadia and Dhubri, which is having a distance of 891 kilometers, and it is the national waterways number 2. And the third one is the West Canal in Kerala, which is the Kottapurma, Koman and Udyoga Mandal and the Champakara. So these are the the national waterways number 3. So these are the waterways which are having the inland navigations in India, which is causing the commercial activities. It is spreading the transportations activities. At the same time, it is selling the goods from one place to another place. So dear children, that is why the waterways is also the lifelines of national economy. Why? Because of these transportations activities which is selling one place to another place, it is developing the nations economically. It is economically developing the nations. That is why the waterways is also known as the lifelines of national economy here. So dear children, here we need to understand that the waterways is also contributing the GDP to the nations here. With the development of technology, the inland navigations are happening, and with these we understand that the waterways, which is called the lifelines of national economy.